You start to see the world differently. You start to see possibilities. So one of the things you could say to that baby is, the world is full of possibilities and you can choose any you want. So suddenly, instead of seeing something and going, oh, it's okay for them, but I wouldn't be able to do it. So there's nothing that you actually have to physically, practically do afterwards, except be amazed when you notice changes.
Oh, that's perfect.
I like things to be easy. Why make it hard work if it doesn't have to be? If you're giving yourself the belief that you're always in the right place, or you came here and life is a gift and that you are part of it, or that you are always loved, whatever it looks like. When your subconscious looks at the world, then checks back in to see what it thinks about it, it goes, oh yeah.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Magical Creators Live Little Chat. My name is Inga Dexner and my guest today is Jacqui Crooks, who is one of the speakers at the event on 11th and 12th of June. And we are going to have a conversation about the upcoming event, but also I wanted to let you know more about Jacqui, because I was touched so deeply when Jacqui was the first time speaker at the event. I didn't expect it, and I wanted more people to know about you. And the best part is that you came as an attendee to our very first event. And Jacqui, can you talk us through, well, first of all, tell us who you are, and then your first impression at the event.
Okay, so I'm an EFT Founding Master, which means I'm one of 25 people trained by Gary Craig to do EFT, and I've been doing it for 20-something years, and I love it because I love the transformation it creates for people. And I like to do the really deep stuff, the ancestral stuff, the past life stuff, the giving everybody a new start to their life so that they can actually create the life that they want. And when I first came to your event, it was just magical, because it was like, oh, I found my tribe. There was just a whole lot of really uplifting, positive people, all sharing the best that they have from the goodness of their heart, really. People who'd worked on stuff themselves, cleared stuff themselves, sorted stuff out themselves, created a way of using that for other people, and were just wanting to get out in the world. And I think I can honestly say that the motivating force for everybody there was that anybody that was there was going to get the benefit, and that was going to be able to take what was given and use it to create the life that they really want. And it's just so nice to see a whole bunch of people all talking about the benefits and the positives and the possibilities. So, letting go of all the what ifs and the yes buts and the it works for them but it doesn't work for me. Focusing on the, well, it works for them, so maybe it could work for me, and how am I going to make that happen? And it just felt like I came out of that first one with a whole different load of tools and lots of different insights about things that were going on. And it also brought up lots of things that I knew I needed to tap on, which was really useful. When I suddenly noticed that, yes, that sounds like a really great idea, I could do that really easily, and I could see myself going backwards, then I know there's some part of me that's not in alignment with being seen. So it just gives me something else to do, another focus to clear things. So yeah, it just felt like a really uplifting way of spending a day.
Great. And for the next event, you were one of the speakers. Mm-hmm. And we had it online. Obviously, it is different when you do online, but what would you say when people decide whether it's worth, online event versus to benefits of the live event?
To me, I like the online ones because either the recording there so you can go back to it, I don't have to go to London. I don't have to find somewhere to stay overnight or get to London on the first train and hope I'm going to find my way across in time. So, you know, I live in the Midlands and it was a bit of a challenge last time. So for me, doing it online is just perfect. I could be sitting here, I can make a cup of tea anytime I want, I can have a snack if I want, I can focus in, I can close my eyes. Yeah, I just like it being online. That would be my preference. The only thing that I have to say I miss about it not being live is the hugs. I just like having hugs.
Yeah,
And things like that, you connect to people on such a deep level that a hug is the only way to express it. So
absolutely.
yeah, that to me is the disadvantage of it being online. So I do lots of virtual hugging.
Yeah. But we tested last time, well, we did online version twice now, and the energy is palpable still. It's as if you are in the room.
Yeah, I think so. Yes, because energy is there. We connect into it. It's, you know, somebody can be the other end of the world and they're still connecting into it because it's just energy. You know, you don't have to touch something physically to connect. You know, you touch energetically. And if I'm working with people, you know, I work with people all over the world, and you know, most of them I will never meet. But on an energetic level, we've, you know, when we choose to work together, we connect like that, so that we can support each other at making the changes. So to me, it doesn't make any difference energetically. You just feel like you're part of that big warm blanket of people.
And one of the peculiarities of Magical Creators Live event is that we invite past attendees to become a speaker. And you were a speaker once, and as I said, it touched me personally very, very deeply. And because the theme of this event is recommit or realign and renewal, so it felt like it would be perfect to combine with your skills, and that's why we invited you to become our speaker again. Can you give a glimpse of what people who already bought the tickets and those who are just thinking about it, what we can expect?
I think my talk is about a magical rebirth. You know, your subconscious, when it's trying to do its best for you, looks out at the world to see what's going on, then it checks back in with you to see what it should be thinking about it. Now, for most of us, it's not a surprise that we see life as a struggle, because for most of us, being born vaginally, life was a struggle. We had to fight our way out. So what I like to do is to do, and I do this with all clients that come to me, to clear any traumas around their birth. So, you know, whatever your mother was going through, you will have been going through with her. So, you know, any fear that she's going through, any anxiety, any pain, any concern whether she'll survive or you will survive, you will have picked up. So we clear that out of the way. So your subconscious isn't tuning into that. And then I ask people to create a magical birth for themselves. So if you could wave a magic wand, you know, where would you be born? Inside, outside? How do you want your mum to be feeling? How do you want you to be feeling? Is there anybody else you want to invite in? And then what would you like that baby to know that's going to be really helpful? So you can resource yourself, if you like, and then just tell the subconscious that that's what you refer to from now on. I was doing this with a client this morning and it was just magical. It transformed her whole vision of what was possible. And the thing is, if you're giving yourself the belief that you're always in the right place, or you came here and life is a gift and that you are part of it, or that you are always loved, whatever it looks like. When your subconscious looks at the world, then checks back in to see what it thinks about it, it goes, oh yes, she's always loved. Oh, they didn't mean that. They're fine. And then it starts, you know, you start to see the world differently. You start to see possibilities. So you're one of the things you could say to that baby is, you know, the world is full of possibilities and you can choose any you want. So suddenly, instead of seeing something and going, oh, it's okay for them, but I wouldn't be able to do it, then it goes, oh yes, that's one of those possibilities. I could go for that. And it just opens everybody out to something new. And, you know, talking about the renewal thing, that's absolutely perfect. If you can give yourself a new, higher resourced starting place, then you look very, you know, the world looks very different to you, and you look very different to yourself. And it just makes life so much easier.
And you already touched on terms how it can be practically applied, right? But can you just explain it? It was simple enough, but so for people to understand, okay, because they will feel great during the session, after the session, and I know the feeling. It's like really great. You will feel renewed, but how people can practically then use it after the event. So what may happen?
Well, the good thing is that they don't have to practically use it. It's like you're hardwiring a completely new pattern, so that you don't have to think about it. It becomes the new normal. So there's nothing that you actually have to do to make that operate. Once we've done that in the session, out there, and your subconscious is just using that as the new information. It's the simplest way to explain it is like updating your software on the computer. You try to run your computer on Windows 98, which most of us, you know, are emotionally. It doesn't work very well. It doesn't do the things you want it to do. You update it to the latest operating system and everything flows. And that basically is what we're doing. We're upgrading your operating system so that everything works better. So there's nothing that you actually have to physically, practically do afterwards, except be amazed when you notice changes.
Oh, that's perfect.
I like things to be easy. Why make it hard work if it doesn't have to be? Except for the fact that we've been trained to believe that hard work is
exactly. But this is what makes like me so excited about the event, even though I created it myself. But transformation is inevitable, right? So it's during the event, as long as you are in the room and you participate, as you mentioned, like, yes, there are some activities that you need to continue doing and you will get additional support with it. But with your session, you go through the upgrade, and then you are open to all the new possibilities coming your way.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm really, really excited.
And just to let people know that, you know, everybody will take what they get from there differently. All you get out of it is a recognition of what's getting in your way. That's really powerful, because then you know you can go and do something with it. So for some people, they'll recognize something and clear it and move forward. Some people, they'll do the clearing afterwards, but there will always be a move forward. And there's no right or wrong. It's just where you are as a person at that time. Everybody will get something. And as you say, some of it is practical. I probably ignore most of that because I like the energetic stuff. But everybody will get something from it. And it does just make transformation easier.
Yeah.
It's possible, but sometimes we have the belief it's going to be really hard work and we've got to struggle.
But you know what, it occurred to me why we have this belief, or at least for me, you know, when we have this association with the butterfly, how butterfly transforming from caterpillar through butterfly, it looks like it goes through the hard work, like through the mills.
Yeah.
And we are used to associate like transformation butterfly process, and it's by default we justify the hard work. In order to be a butterfly, you need to go through the mills, literally.
And I think, you know, certainly for me, that was like a family belief. And the belief was you didn't deserve to have the good stuff unless you worked really hard to get there. If you just got there, it was cheating somehow.
Yeah.
And it's just old strategies. It's somebody's belief from probably hundreds of years ago, which they created because it felt it was helpful, and it gets passed on and on and on and on. And really part of what we're doing is letting people know transformation can be easy.
It's very interesting because you made me think now, right? Because I've just watched a video where they were telling the story that it was butterfly trying to get out of its cocoon, and the boy tried to make it easier for them, the butterfly, and butterfly died because it needed to go through the challenges in order to make its wings stronger. And it's now, well, it's okay for the butterfly, like it's a natural process, but it's our belief how we brought it to explaining transformation.
Yes, because yes, it has. We have to go through a process, but we can go through the process easily, or with a struggle. One of the things that EFT is great for grief, it doesn't stop the grief, it just makes you step through it more lightly. You have to go through the process of grieving if you've lost somebody, but you can get stuck in the grief and get lost in it, or you can move gently through the process. And really what I think the Magical Creators about is helping people to move gently through their process of transformation and to see that it can be an easy, joyous experience, and that hard work is not necessary.
Yeah.
If it's a struggle, something.
Absolutely, yes. Struggle is optional, and probably I would say struggle is a little bit archaic now, like it's unnecessary.
Yeah, I think if you're finding you're having to struggle, then look at what's in the way. Which part of you is scared of you getting where you want to go? Clear that, and then you don't need to struggle anymore. Struggle is a message. See it as a message rather than an instruction. If things aren't working, there's always a reason. Find the reason and clear it, and then you're back on track again.
Beautiful. I hope that if, like, somebody who's watching this chat, if you're getting the light bulb moments like I'm getting, imagine what will be available at the event. Like just Jacqui's session alone, plus we have 10 other speakers. And I'm really looking forward. And I want to use this opportunity to remind also the essence of the event. So the moment we step away from the speaker's role, we are getting back into transformation. And I get also when you are delivering your talk, you're going through transformation process as well.
Because when I'm doing it with people, and it's the same with clients, you get your own insights pop up while you're doing it. So anybody that's presenting is getting their own stuff, both through their talk and listening to everybody else.
Okay.
Getting excited, Inga.
I'm getting excited, and I thought I'm already excited, but it's getting stronger and stronger. So thank you, and I will put the links where people can get tickets, and I made it super easy. Till 11th of May, you can secure your 6 payment plan if necessary. And yeah, I made it really, really affordable, because very often we need the change happening, but sometimes our financial situation is not accommodating our attempt to make change. So that's why I would encourage everyone, check the link, see what to expect, read in particular what Jacqui's session is going to be, and we are looking forward to seeing you there.
Certainly are.